3 months ago, 4 months ago, it was a little bit cold outside. I got the Lasko MyHeat, a little personal heater. So to give you a little bit of background, I have a power station that I use in my outdoor shed workshop, and I didn't really want to run electrical through here because that would be very costly. So I have a power station. I have a couple of them, but I was looking for something in maybe the little bit of a colder months that I can have to heat up, other than the propane 40,000 BTU and hooking all that up and blowing everything out and making it hot in here. I was looking for a little personal heater, but the main thing I was looking for was something that didn't suck so many watts out that it kills my power station quickly. So I went on Amazon and I looked everywhere, and these are pretty much available in a lot of places. So I got this Lasko personal heater. It only uses 200 watts, and that's important to me because I have solar that feeds a 300 watt power station, and I really didn't want something that was going to suck the juice out of it. So I got this, and they sent it to me. I got it on Amazon again, and you know, they send you the heater, they send you the instructions and warranties and all that good stuff. The main thing was, I really wasn't expecting it to be this good, and I don't mean it's going to heat up your house. I mean that it's actually made pretty well. It's got the nice grating on the front, and if you could see through there, they have this little metal grate in the back so things can't like fall in there. They got the fan in the back. It's nice, it's small, it's compact, but the main thing is this is made really well. I mean, this is pretty strong for a little plastic space heater. I would feel very comfortable with this being, you know, right here and not being able to like heat up to the point that it would melt or anything. But the main thing is, let's plug this in, and I have this plugged into my power station. So it's got a nice thick wire to it. It's not like a really cheesy wire. They got some screw holes over here, so it looks like it's put together really well. The main thing I liked is, first I have to shut off the fan, sorry. I like it because it's got these little rubber legs on the bottom that actually stops it from just like sliding. Like if you were to do this, but with this, you really can't move this all that well. But the main thing is that surprised me was the amount of heat. So you turn the light on, put the little switch over there. It actually pushed out some pretty good heat. And I was kind of surprised at how well this actually heated up in the little bit of the colder days or nights. Putting it under my workbench, because I could put things under here. I got some storage. But putting this under there, this pushed out some pretty, actually we're going to let it hit that. This pushed out some pretty good heat. So much so, and again, it's not going to heat up your whole shed or a whole room. Great little personal heater. But this pushed out enough heat that I went and bought another one. So now I have two of these. And if I put one here and one at the other end of my workbench, the heat that's going to come up, so let's say this is a desk, you want to put it underneath your desk, the heat that's going to come up from here is going to be significant for this little thing. Now, I wanted to see how much heat was coming out, so this detects the heat, tells me the temperature. So if I go and I look at this, so of course I'm hitting the elements inside, but inside, if you could see that, 283 degrees in there. But that's not exactly what's coming out here. It's not going to burn your shed down. But I have to say, this is actually from this point away, and I'm a good almost 2 feet away. I can feel the heat. I could feel the heat coming out. So if I took this and I put this under here, the heat that's rising up from that is going to do just fine in the colder months for me to just work on some trinkets and things like that. But I have to say, and one of the things that I always look for when I buy certain products is how is it made. So if you look all along here, there are no spaces. There's no space anywhere. So it's not like that cheap plastic that they just glue together. This is actually made pretty well. I love the fan in the back. It's very quiet. You barely even know it's on. So if you're putting this under a desk, or let's say you're out camping and you got a little power station, you know, to charge your phone and your tablet or your laptop or, you know, radio, whatever it is, you plug this in, it's only going to use 200 watts. So that's significant because it's not going to drain your power station or even your power bank for that matter. It's not going to drain it in 30 seconds like most heaters do. You know, most heaters are 600 to 1500 watts, and that'll just suck the life out of a power station. So if you want something that's going to keep you nice and warm, you want to make your hands toasty, this is great. And this is made really well. You know, you can't really damage this. Even if you dropped it out of the car or you accidentally walking and you dropped it on your way to your camp space. I like this. And again, MyHeat. Very simple, MyHeat. And again, at the 200 watts, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for something that didn't just blow out my power station. I could run this for a good amount of time. And again, let's see where we're at now. Yeah, so you're still up there in the 260s for heat. And the other thing I liked about this the most, when you turn it off, it's not going to singe you. I mean, it's a little bit hot, but it's not going to singe you. The only thing, and if the manufacturers are watching this, the only thing I would say to add to this is knockover protection. If it knocks over, you know, it doesn't have that automatic shutoff like most space heaters are going to have. But again, I don't know anyone that's not.
Setting up a heating system inside my 3D printer enclosure, testing to see it work, and it works. I set my limit to 43 or something. Let's see after it drops if it'll turn back on. There it goes. 42 is the set temperature. There you go. Look at that. That is amazing. First time I ever dabbled in this. Pretty cool to see it works. This cheap little unit comes packaged like this with its little sensor in it. Also comes with a little kit for
and now I'm trying my new Blue Eddy with my little Mr. MyHeat. It's putting out how many watts? Let's see. It's supposed to be 200 watts. It's from 203 to 204. That's what this heater's supposed to be, so you can use it with something.
This is drawing 203 watts.
Something.
Years in my office.
5 years. Still working. Like the first day.